Well, hello, Casey. This is Tim Hogenboom again, and in the middle of winter or in the middle of summer, it is cooking hot outside. But if you listen carefully, you can hear the packer and the paver in the background, which is just probably laying the final strip of pavement in our parking lot, which has been probably who knows how many years now we've been trying to get this done, and finally, it is music to my ears to hear that in the background. Finally, I think after like 10 years of trying to make this happen, we've been able to do it. God's been faithful. God's been good to us, and so we just praise God for His goodness to us. He's been good, and we are grateful. So, church, in the background, while you're listening to the rumbling of the equipment in the back, I'm just going to give you a quick update for the month of July as we're starting in for finances, and then Carlene's going to give us an update from what's happening over there in the gym at the moment. All I can say is there's lots of loud noises and popcorn popping happening from that side of the building. And just again, the idea is to really bring you in and to give you an understanding of what's happening, to be transparent, open, and honest with what's happening here, to bring you in. So, having said all that, where do we stand with finances for the month? We were budgeted to bring in $119,000, and church, look at that. That's $141,000 that came in this month, which is amazing. June was a bit harder than what we expected. We saw a bit of a drop in June. We weren't sure what was going on, but church, you've come alongside, and July has made up more for that than we were expecting. So, which is such a gift, such a blessing. So, where before we had expenses of $139,000. Budgeted. Now we actually were able to call back some of our expenses for the month, and so between the extra giving and then the reduction in expenses, we were looking at originally at a $20,000 deficit for the month of June. July. Now we're looking at a $15,000 surplus, which is such a good space to be in. And church, it just feels like such a blessing to be on staff and to be able to see this all happen. These numbers, this is 126% of last year's numbers. And so I think as we're just reflecting on this, just to start the year off in a positive and a strong note like this, just again presents God's faithfulness and His goodness to us. So where's that put for the year to date? Well, considering it is the first month of the year, exact same numbers apply for the year to date numbers as well. Currently, with the total giving for donations for year to date is $5,000 for missions and outreach, Care Connection $6,800, and then the capital reserve is $2,400 so far for the restriction donations for the year. As of today, Capital Reserve Fund sits at $145,000, which after the parking lot, it's going to look a little bit different, probably sizably different, but that's okay. That's what we were intending to use the monies for, is to be able to redo the parking lot and the work around the church that needs to be done. We're also working on the fireside room. We were looking at trying to finish that off and do a bunch of finishing on the outside of the fireside room. However, given that we're doing the capital campaign and we're thinking of maybe making some changes into that space, we thought it might be best to kind of hold off on any major renovations beyond this. So we'll take it up to a milestone where we can make it through the winter and it'll look nice from the outside. But any major shifts and changes beyond that, we're going to wait till the new year as we get into our capital campaign, because that room is part of the larger strategy of what's happening with the total restructuring of the building and the capital campaign involved. So with that all to say, church, thank you very much. It is such a great start for the year. Thank you for joining us and partnering with us. And then we're just going to bump it over to Carlene, and who's just going to let us in on what's happening on that side of the world.
Hi, welcome to Children's Ministry. I'm Carlene, Pastor Carlene. I just thought it'd be a great opportunity right now to share with you a few of our volunteers who help lead in our ministry. You get to hear about what they love, what they struggle with. Check this out.
All right, let's start with telling us who you are.
I'm Annika, and I'm a student ministry volunteer.
I'm Taya.
My name's Madeline Dean. What do you do in children's ministry?
I smoke and read in elementary.
I'm a one-on-one buddy. My favorite part of being a one-on-one buddy is getting to sing songs with my buddy and also getting to have a more personal relationship with them.
I like hanging out with the kids.
I love playing with the kids and reading books to the.
What is the most difficult part?
When there's not enough volunteers, so then it's more lot harder to manage up here.
Getting them to listen and sit still during story time.
Sometimes, it's hard. Little kids don't listen very well, and so that can be difficult when they don't listen.
And what is the most rewarding part of reading?
Seeing the joy and excitement on the kids' faces to learn about Jesus.
Probably telling my sisters about like all the fun things I got to do with them.
See a smile on the face and helping them learn more about God.
So there you have it, a place of fun-filled faith where it's a rewarding place to volunteer, of course with its challenges. Okay, AC Kids.